today?
Oh, disappointing. The one thing I will say, though, is I don't want, and we don't want, the what happened yesterday to overshadow the 6 months that we had together. We learned a lot about each other. We played damn hard every opportunity we got. It's just how this game works sometimes. If you don't win the championship, it always ends sour. And yesterday was up there, man. It was up there. For me personally, in my life, in my career, that was a frustrating game, frustrating feeling afterward. But we're on to next year, man. We are definitely on to next year.
What does the off season look like?
Sometimes you have to go through these kind of things to become a better player. Both sides.
Yeah, you absolutely do. You have to go through the failure and the heartache and the adversity in order to come out of it a better man, a better player. Nothing like this, nothing sweet like winning a championship comes easy. And for me personally, the only thing I know, when something like this happens, is I have to get back to work. I have to come back in better shape. I have to come back stronger, physically, mentally. I got to sharpen my skills, and I'm looking forward to making this off season, not just for myself, but just guys that'll be back. One of the best off seasons of our careers, because we don't want to feel what we did yesterday. I mean, it's just can't even put it into words, man. It's not great.
Well, you anticipated the question. What does your off season look like? Can you drill in? What are you going to do to be ready to be the starter from game 1 next season?
Yeah, I want to be able to just get better. I mean, there's really no other way to put it. Just continue to grow. I know I'll have a lot of advice from teammates and coaches. Take some time off, and I don't know, man. I get bored. I really do. I want to be able to start as soon as possible, and just be a better all-around player. So that when I do come back next year, and it is day 1, day 2 at training camp, people can notice a difference, and they can rely on me and depend on me, for an entire season. And obviously I have a ton to prove, and I'm ready for that challenge. So I know the work that's going to have to be put in, and like I said, I want to be able to start as soon as possible.
What does that work look like? Watching a lot of videos, strengthening certain parts of your body? Can you
like I said, just getting in better shape. I played 9.5, 10 games this year, and you do feel it on your body as it really does pile on. Taking the hits and the fast turnovers, the short weeks. Now we have to be able to be prepared for 21 games. And so that's going to take a lot of dedication, eating better. Running much more, just all the things that any athlete will tell you that they do, just better. You have to continue to improve your process on a year-to-year basis, and it's not different for me.
You took sort of at least one pretty big head out there. You're fine physically?
Oh, I'm fine physically, yeah. I get over it pretty quickly. It's funny, I couldn't sleep last night, so I'm watching the film of the game, and at like 3 a.m., and I got Amanda next to me, and she's kind of watching it with me. She was obviously disappointed as well, and you see some hits on film, and you're like, gosh, I do not remember that at all. Wow, that was a big one. So you don't really feel it in the moment. Maybe the next couple of days you'll feel it, but I'm fine.
For you, you're going to be coming back next year.
Yeah.
We know Bo's not going to be here. He is obviously a leader here. Has been someone I know has helped you out.
Mm-hmm.
How does your role change coming into this locker room next year for training camp without Bo leaving eventually here?
Well, it changes big time because the franchise has invested in me, and the fans have shown a lot of support and a lot of belief. And this is an organization that has experienced, especially recently in the last couple decades or so, championship after championship after championship. And there's a standard of excellence here that I just look forward to being able to continue. And it pains the crap out of me, man, to be able to not perform better in the biggest game of the year, and to not lead us to a playoff run. But I am still young. There's so many more football games ahead of me, and I just know that I just know what this organization expects, and it aligns with what I believe in. So I think it's a perfect match. I hope to improve my leadership in the locker room, have a stronger voice, be able to communicate better than I have in the last couple of years, and it's part of football. It's part of being a quarterback.
mentioned that history. It's now been 4 years since this team has won a playoff game.
Oh, yeah.
Does that? You guys are aware of that? I guess.
Yeah, we're aware of it for sure. You know, you never like to, you know, lump all the years together. You take every year for what it's worth. You know, as far as I'm concerned, you know, we were 0-1 in the playoffs this year, and you know, you don't want to compound all those things, but yeah, when you read about it and you hear about it, yeah, you know it's there, and you'll be reminded of it. The more you lose, and the more you win, it'll go away. So yeah, man. I mean, football's tough, man. You can do all the things, put all the work in. Sometimes it just doesn't go your way, and sometimes it does. And you know, I'm learning that at a very young age here that that's the case.
What was the vibe in that QB room like this year?
Awesome. You know, Bo is obviously a very, very honest guy. Wears his heart on his sleeve. He'll tell you exactly how he's feeling, not just to you guys, but to us. So, you know, when he comes to Tommy and I at the end of the year and says, you know, this was, you know, the most enjoyable QB room he's ever been a part of, that means something, because he's not a liar. You know, he's very open and honest, and for Tommy and I to have that guy, you know, really leading us and showing us the way here, and for me, obviously, it was for 2 years. It just makes the transition from college to pros, you know, that much easier when you have somebody that you can lean on and trust, and someone that you can relate to, and a guy that's just been through it all, man. The guy's had a career in which he's been, you know, on top of the world, and he's had moments that, you know, he's in stories that he's told Tommy and I where he's, you know, he's been in the gutter, man, just because of just how this business is and how winning and losing can affect that. So, super grateful, and you know, like I said, you don't get these years back, and I'll never forget it.